How you all doing? Ralph here, Ralfy Customs. Time to take a proper look at the fucking VEVOR welding table. So first up, when it first came, I did a little introduction to it and first impressions, so I'll link to those. You can watch those now. Like, well, would you believe it? This came quickly. This, my friends, is a welding bench, a VEVOR welding bench. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. I know where it's going to go. Like, it's going to go here. It's going to go where those tools are, more or less. Maybe out a bit here with a big fuck off TIG welder stood next to it when that comes. But for now, I need to put it somewhere, and then put it together and do a review on it. Yeah, so sorted. I've got that to look forward to. Fucking hell, it's heavy. I know that. Right, and here we are. Hour and 20 minutes later. All together. So the instructions, excuse me, are mostly pictures, like, but the Chinglish is actually good. There's no dodgy stuff there, like. It makes sense. The only issue I had was working out quite what goes where, because it's not overly clear. But an hour and a half later, hour and 20 minutes later, we've got ourselves a fucking welding bench. Now, first impressions are, yeah, great bit of kit. If you've got somewhere to stick it, if you're working in a little workshop or a garage or something, perfect. Don't take up too much room. It's got all your olds for your old downs, 5/8 I think these are, if memory serves me well. So you can put your clamps, like I've got on the bench there, look. Right, little clamp. You can have them on there to fix things down. Use it as a fixture table. You can also get pegs for them, so you can lay stuff out and clip it down and weld it up. Yeah, the top. Let's just talk about the top. It's a little bit thin for me. I would have had it twice as thick. It's about 3 mil. Oh, fucking long. Bear with. Hold on. Take you for a ride round. Get the verniers on it. This is real time. So we've got. It's showing about 4. Bear with me. 3 mil. So I'd have made that 6. Nice bit of quarter plate, which one had it a lot heavier on. It was already fucking heavy, to be fair. Apart from that, it's pretty fucking snazzy. You know, I'd have my welder underneath if I put a TIG underneath and have it mobile. Although there's no provision for a gas bottle, so maybe not. But there's lots of hanging space for various bits and bobs, accoutrement, like your welding torches and your slag hammers and your mask and shit if you want. It's easy to wheel around, really easy to wheel around. There's a pegboard on the side for those, all the tools that you can use in there. There's a plethora of tools. I'm sure VEVOR offers some on their site as well, but I've not got any, so I can't show you off. And they have locking casters. They have a foot on the bottom where it locks, and you wind that down until it hits the ground and then lock it off with a locking nut, and that won't move anywhere. So you can get it where you want it and then steady it up. All in all, first impressions are it's very up for the job. I'm going to say medium, not heavy duty, because of that lid, because of the top. But you certainly don't feel flimsy. We'll give it a few goes. We'll get it set up in position and take it for a run. Okay, so we've got usable area 24 inches, that is, or 610 bananas. 40 bananas, or 106 centimetres, or 1 metre 16 millimetres. So yeah, it's 40 40 by 24. If you take the whole lot, it's nearly 4 foot wide with the angle. Although, if you're not moving it around, I'd take the handle off. And then it's going to slot in better where you might want it. Now, my problem is, again, suggestions in the comments, please. Where the fuck? Where am I going to put it? I did think about putting it, like I said before, moving this tool in and putting it there. But to me, that seems a bit isolated from my fab bench. You know, I've got my general fab bench, you know, and I've got my frame jig, and then I've got the surroundings. So I made that for the fucking cutter and shit and bits and bobs. Maybe put it there. Don't know. Thought about putting a big 3-phase pillar drill on there. Maybe put it there, where that is, and move this out, because they're like fucking catering. These are from the vape business days. So maybe fuck that off. And then you got to find somewhere to put that shit, ain't you? And so on and so forth. And I use those. They're reached for, like, that's why they're over there. So, decisions. Right, so, now I've been using it a while. Let's fucking have a chat about it. So, yeah, vice on the end, fucking great. Nothing wrong with that, that's ideal. And using old down, so these bolt on. I made myself a clamp, as you saw in the other video. Really fucking useful. It's proved itself to be an invaluable piece of kit in the workshop. Yeah, there's a couple of things I've got to do. Down here, I've got an earth clamp and an earth lead. There's an earth strap in there, look, it's a fucking chunky monkey. I've got to bolt that on here somewhere and have that out. So if I'm working on a job, I can stick that on the job and have the bench a couple of foot away, like. And when I'm welding, I can go between the two, so they're both linked up by the earth there. I need to do that. I did say about the top being thin, and it is, but it's all right. You know, it's all right for positioning. I've just done this on here. It's great. It's a nice height to work on. This I can hold down with my weight. Oh, not very good. Hold on. I can hold down with my weight. Yeah. I can square things up, and then I can tack away, or I've got my stops that I can use, and I can put a clamp on if I need to, or a magnet or whatever. These multi-hole tables are really fucking versatile, and you can get your job done with them. Like, they're good. I rate it. I made myself a little TIG holder, because I mostly do TIG on here, but if I was working on that job, I'd have it at the back of the job, and I could hook the MIG up. Don't matter. So yeah, let's have a look. How is it standing? It's had a good month's use, and I fucking can't recommend it enough. It's made things so much easier for me. It's the height as much as anything, right? So I've got my workbench here, thanks to our cholla, and it's fucking great. I love working on it. It's got a sturdy vise. It's got everything I need there for fabbing up, but it ain't flat. It's not flat by any means. It's a fucking old table, you know what I mean? And then I've got my jig that I make the frames on. Now that is fucking flat. That's proper fucking flat. And tougher than a butcher's dog. You know, it's 1/2-inch plate on fucking 2-inch box. But it's too low. You're fucking cripple. You have a nipple cripple. Not backache after a few hours on that. This bad boy. Fucking perfect. Size-wise, for the bits I do, a la that, perfect again. You know, I'm not making garden gates. If I'm making garden gates, then I'd need something bigger than that fucker, wouldn't I? But I'm not. So the size it is, let me just run through it a bit better for you. So we have got a work surface of 2 foot, 61 centimetres. Was it 2 foot? Fucking made in China. Hey, or 40 inches. So 102-ish, 101.5 centimetres. And it is 3 foot off the ground. So a metre, just under a metre off the ground. Ideal. It's got these wind down feet that I've wound down so it's not on the wheels, look, so it's landed. But what I have done is clamped it to that bench. So just to make it extra fucking solid, but it is fucking sturdy. You know, it ain't going anywhere. And really useful. So yeah, you know, I still need to look at adapting these hooks to take the sander grinders, which I'll do as and when I need to do that. Once I've moved it onto a job, I'll probably do that. And I'm not sure about that with the holes in, whether you're supposed to make hooks and use hooks, which I could do, hooks, for the fucking grinders and sanders. Like, I could stick them on the end there. Don't know, don't fucking know. I've used it for plasma cutting, I've used it for tigging, I've used it for migging. It's fucking great. It's the right height, it's not too big, you can move it around. Don't know what else to say. Yeah, buy one. I can thoroughly recommend it. If you're looking for that sort of thing, a positioning table that's not too heavy duty, won't break the bank, and you can fit in your garage at home. Get it.
Don't forget, folks, our Fuck Stock stickers are now available in our Etsy store, link in the description below. Fuck Stock, you know it makes sense.
Yeah, VEVOR welding table. I think this one's top of the shop. I think it's the biggest, most, they're not expensive. They're fucking hell, it's about 100 quid. I can't remember how much it costs, but it's not ridiculously expensive. Yeah, have a look, get yourself one. You can thank me later. There's a link in the description where you'll get a deal and all. There's a link to the table and a discount code, and if you use that code, I'll get fuck all, but you'll get a cheaper deal. So happy days. Let me know. Let me know if you buy one and if you like it, like me. Yeah? Thanks for watching. And normal service will resume. Ish.